Welcome to Farm Sim Friday. And if you don't recognize this particular map, this is Stone Valley 22. And I have taken out a couple buildings and added some of my changed things around some myself. Let's trying to find the where that tractor that was planting. There he is. I can go ahead and I'll go ahead and hire a worker to get that going. Let's sure. Okay, He's going to be going a while before he's going to need refilled. Uh, see, I know it's not the right time of the year to be planting anything with this planter yet, but I'll go ahead and move it up to the field where I want to have it plant, which is going to be up in this field. I was going to have it planting in the other in that field that I started the other case tractor, but the since it's not the right time of year yet to be planting corn, and I do have seasonal planting and harvesting turned on. It just I was like, well, I'll just have to change the crop. So I'm planting barley over in that other field. I'll plant the corn over here in this field, and I think I've got barley in that field we drove across. But it's not even sprouted yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Well, I guess I can turn the New Holland and John Deere around. The New Holland has the fertilizer the in its grain cart, and the John Deere has the seeds in it. And I I don't know. I've had to refill the planter probably 3 or 4 times already. That's how big this field is over here by the cow barn. Uh, well, we can run up and take a look at see how the cows are doing. Oh, none of them are in here eating yet. And see, we got our slurry spreader there, and that must mean all our cows are out here in the pasture. And I don't understand why, like, this cow's colors are different when I got all the same kind of cows. Oh, moo yourself. Unless if they just made the males a different color than the females. Let's see. I don't think I've got any more trees I want to take out right now. And see, there's my truck that I'm using for spreading lime. And we have a female AI worker planting barley. Or, no, we're planting canola over in this field, not barley. I think I planted barley in the field back behind where the silos at the main farm are. Uh, I've thought about taking off part of this little drainage way island and I'm just not really sure exactly what I want to do. I may take off like down to right in here off, and then I may put that gravel texture on that from the where I left off at the barn down to wherever it cut that grass island off after the we harvest this field, of course. And the lower section of this field, I did go ahead and plant some grass. That's why the AIs aren't going all the way down. But from this line on towards the road is what I planted in grass just so we'd have some grass to mow for the cows without plowing up and then planting grass in the pasture area where the cows are. of course, once this grass starts coming in, then I may plow that cow pasture area up and get that to where it's going to be mowable grass as well. Maybe, I don't know. Let's turn the John Deere around as well. And then I've got a loader attachment for the new hauling over here with a set of bell spikes just to make it kind of more realistic looking, even though I do have the liftable bales, but with having a load of bales there and over in that shed, I figured, well, with the tractor, I can get where I can move a couple bales at a time, and when with that far of a distance, it's a little easier to move a, even one bale that far quicker with the tractor than it is to try to carry it. Even though I do have 3 bales out here right now. Uh, let's see. There's my sprayer for spraying fertilizer. And we don't have that much slurry. Uh, well, I've got it coming up. Well, we've got some we can add to what's already in the here. Okay, that. Oh, let's see if there's any trees around that I need to remove. Well, we do have this one tree here we can remove. Kind of clean up, make it look like the person actually cares about their farm. Anyways, but these 3 red sheds are part of the starting farm buildings and that silos part of the starting farm equipment, and then that fuel barrel. I I believe that's the one that's the free fuel mod. Let's see. We don't need fuel, so right now, so but I I noticed that I forgot to pick the stones out of that field where we're planting the canola when I've got the stone picker right here. And it don't have very many stones in it. I must have been tired when I got done plowing that field. Uh, let's let's take a look at the planting calendar and see. Oh my, we gotta wait until April to plant, and we're in late August right now. So barley and canola are the only two crops we could really plant besides the grass and oilseed radish. I'm not exactly sure what flax is. Oh, I forgot they had rye. Well, rye, we couldn't plant it anyways. You can only plant rye in May. Or, no, March for rye. Alfalfa, which is another type of grass, we could plant that, but I don't want to do that right now. So that's where that lies. Um, I don't think some people realize exactly how big these fields are on this map, and I know people, some people who don't like large fields were wanting to play the map, and I'm like, uh, they still have pretty large fields in 22 on this map. They're they're not quite as bad as what they were in 19, but all the fields my in my opinion are still good sized fields besides like maybe these on the upper edge of the map, and then field like field 30 and 29, they're they're not quite as big as, but see, here's 14 and 12 and 13 and 11. Those are all good sized fields. Even though it don't really show the divider of the fields down that way. Uh, well, did they quit for some reason? Let's. Yes, they did quit. Let's see. Okay, they were able to get that side done. That's why they quit. They got that part done. Okay, well, this is the last little bit of this field we have to plant. Um, we're just about ready for fertilizer, but we'll let them go ahead and plant whatever they can with what fertilizer's in there. That way we don't have to eh, refill it more than necessary to top off the eh, or to get the field done anyways. We shouldn't have really much more to do. But I'm pretty sure I'll wind up taking out these three trees by that by that field to the barn out eventually to make sure that the trees don't get in the way of the AIs working. And yes, I did sell the house that came with the map, and I sold the little garage that used to sit right where the plow and this pickup are. And then the house used to sit right in here. This is Ralph. Or Randolph, not Ralph. Make sure he gets fed. Well, I was correct when it started with an R, anyways. Uh, yeah, we got barley planted in this field, which is going to give us a crop for be able to sell and also get some more straw. And I'm not going to bother rolling the the fields, even though, yes, I've got money just because I've got government signs up. Uh, but I will probably wind up like taking this tree out and then it probably sell this driveway light and this one up here just to make it a little bit easier to drive in and out through here. And see, we have the coon baler. I believe that's a quick baler. Uh, I'm trying to think what else I want. I was going to do on here, but this just one of my maps I've been playing on a lot during uh, days when I'm not recording or a video. That, and I've also been on my Goldcrest Valley map, just getting things ready. But see, we have one, two, three, four, five, six government signs there. And I just wasn't sure what map I even wanted to even record on. So, but I knew I had some stuff to do on this map, and I needed a video for Friday, so I just figured, well, I'll just go ahead and record it. But you see, there's quite a few stones in this field, and it was, I didn't realize it had this many stones in the field eh, until I started planting, and it's like, huh, I why did I put lime down and not pick out the stones? That is odd for me. And yes, I could have just as easily turned stones off, but I didn't. And I don't normally play with seasonal growth on. Why I did that, I think it was only because I wanted to see what the snow looked like on this map. But once the well, I guess I can start speeding time up right now since they're about done, and that'll get the growing stage started. And she's going to turn around and get that last little strip. Once she gets lined up. Didn't realize that tractor had a backup alarm on it. But she's got to come up to right in here. Dang crow's trying to eat my canola seeds. And there she is done. And of course, this tractor needs cleaned up, and the seeder needs to be cleaned up as well. But, well, that's the time right there. Everybody have a good weekend, and I will catch you next week. Take care, y'all. Bye now.